Stuck in my brain.
Good morning, last full day here, and we're going to try and ignore the amount of mozzie bites on us at the moment, or at least me, and go into town, get some lunch, come back, have a swim, just really relax for the day. Probably unwind with some thoughts about Singapore and Bangkok later in the day, but we've still got all of tomorrow.
Stuck in my brain, yeah.
There's so much smog.
Stuck in my brain. Stuck in my brain, yeah.
So just walking back to our hotel room, I got a taxi because there's really not much to do with Pattaya except for look at gross, dirty old men. And these are like, you know, tuck your t-shirt into your shorts type old men. Great
if
hair.
they're wearing any t-shirts at all.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. So we're gonna hang out by the pool where there's a lot less gross, dirty old men. I figure this is a better place to do a reflection than any. So, the trip, Singapore, it was really similar to Sydney, I found, just in the terms of like really multicultural. You could get by with a lot of English, a big city, really clean. Yeah, it was actually really friendly as well. I think highlights of Singapore were definitely the zoo, and the night zoo in particular. The night zoo was just fantastic, just because you got to see so many different animals that you would never actually see in a normal zoo. And Universal was fun, although it's very different from all the other Universals I've been to. I'm guessing that's just because there was no Harry Potter world, so we really found ourselves not spending like half a day in there. But it was still a really good time. I'm glad we got the fast passes, because if you're only there for one day, you may as well. Singapore is one of those cities that you could spend a lot more time in. And I know Lucy and I, like on the last day, didn't really have anything planned because we did all the major stuff. But we could have easily spent 3 or 4 more days there just because there's so much to do. Not like it was the top of our list, but there's still a lot to do there. We were walking a lot more in Singapore. We averaged like 20,000 steps a day. And I found that oddly enough, it was hotter in Bangkok, but I sweated more in Singapore. So make of that what you will, but yeah, the weather was just really, really warm. Bangkok, it's a different one. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't not like Bangkok. I thought it was still pretty cool, but I think we did most of the big list items on one day because we had Rex in a private car. So that meant that filling in the rest of the 2 days was pretty difficult. Once you've been to one market, we've found that you've really been to all of them. I mean, they sell the same stuff, it's just different prices, and if you're not loving markets, then I guess the weekend market is just one big market and everything else is just sort of an off-brand weekend market. It was really interesting in Bangkok and in Singapore, but they just love their shopping centres. Really, really strange. I wasn't expecting that. There's just so many shopping centres, which is, you don't need that many. Like where we stayed at Bangkok, we were on the corner of one shopping centre, and then across the street was a major shopping centre, and then you walk down to the other end of the major shopping centre and cross the road, and there's a shopping centre as well. Like, there's just too many, and I guess that's because it's air conditioned and they like to shop here. But yeah, it's a bit strange, and it's not really something to do, but apparently people come here to shop. Only works if you have money, I guess. Pattaya, The resort itself is lovely, as you can probably see behind me. Fantastic places to relax. The city itself, horrible. It's Florida Beach. It's dirty. It's filled with gross old men. It is an awful place. We really only went down to the city twice to get lunch, really, and just caught a taxi back. I'm not going to miss the taxis. The taxis are awful. Just because you have to barter on every one. Like, they won't take the meter. So it just turns into another bartering game, and I'm not about that. So tomorrow we have a 2-hour drive back to the airport. It's going to cost us maybe like $80-90 to get there, again on the taxis, but we've got a lot of money left over in our wallets, and because Bangkok's kind of cheap anyway. When you're not like, yeah, we never actually had the street food, so it's not like dirt cheap, but it's still relatively cheap. So Lucy and I are probably just going to swim around for a while, get dinner. Probably not at the place we got dinner last night because it's kind of overpriced and the food's not great. So we might try the one upstairs. But yeah, we're just going to hang around and have a swim.
I remember yesterday, but those days when I come back, we went out at night and day, we enjoyed our life. I remember in your car, because on top we were tired. Baby, you're my lullaby, you're my daylight. I miss you, I miss you, I miss those days, I miss those days. I miss
Did you
you,
just eat one of my tiny
I
slices?
miss you, I miss those days, I miss those days.
Morning, and actually welcome to the last day of this. As my camera is already fogging up, is it? Yeah, yikes, hold on a second. That's a little bit better. I'll have to clean it properly, but yeah, we're just finishing off packing our bags now and gonna head over to lunch, hopefully grab a quick bite before our 2-hour drive to the airport, and then after that it's, yeah, a 9-hour flight home. Should get back in Sydney around 7 AM, but yeah, it's been really good. The trip's been just awesome, really relaxing the last couple of days, which is just what you want. You're fogging up again. Hold on. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Singapore, looking back on it, it seems so far away, but really it was only a week. New Year's seems far away. Yeah, it was just awesome. Like, you look back at every single day, and every single day was filled with something amazing and really unique to Singapore. Like, even from the first day, watching the Merlion, going all around town. Thank God I got to catch up with Lucy's parents, because their view in the hotel was just phenomenal, amazing. Yeah, the night zoo, Universal, all of it was just really good. Shame about the shopping centres, I guess, because I feel like these places have so much more to offer than just shopping. But hey, what can you do? Bangkok was fun, and that's about all you can say. I get it. I get why a lot of single guys go to Bangkok. Understand it. Would I do it again? No. Glad Lucy was there with me. Kept each other safe. But yeah, it was a fun experience. We did all of Bangkok in one day with our private guide, Rex. Shout out. But yeah, so it just left the last couple of days in Bangkok sort of without many things to do, and really just explored the shopping centres of Bangkok. Are you fogged up again? Yeah, sorry the camera's being so foggy. It is extremely humid here. Like, my backpack inside feels wet, even though it's been inside the entire trip, or entire night, really. And yeah, Pattaya was filled with really disgusting old men. And it's really creepy to drive down the main street in like a taxi or a shuttle and see these old men just walking by, and some of them have like younger Thai women on their side. Really gross. I hope I'm never that person. But the resort itself, like, it's just been phenomenal. Have a look. You can just see. It's just awesome. The beaches, we never actually got down because there's like 3 good swimming pools. Plus, I hate sand. But the pools are amazing. Sunset, the water's actually really well heated. Like you say, there are heated pools, but 90% of the time they're not actually that heated and you still feel cold. These ones are actually just beautiful from the moment you stepped in. So gonna miss this place, but it has been good just to relax at the end of the trip. We're probably gonna head off now, head to the main area, get some lunch before our 2-hour taxi ride into Pattaya. It's like, what, 2 p.m. now? Not even. 12:40, so we need to leave here at 2 to get to the airport at 4 for a 6 o'clock flight, apparently. No idea. We'll probably have dinner or lunch and then just go straight away. Good plan. Bye-bye hotel room. It is trash. Now.
And I know love is like the phases of the moon. And I know you would say I gave up way too soon.
Well, I said before we didn't actually get to the beach. That's it. So I didn't really miss out on much. The pools are much better. Honestly, the best part of dinner here, the free bread. I see you two. Hello. And well, that is that. Thank you for watching. I know that some of you might have, probably just me and Lucy from the future, but hey, if you're still here, thanks. Congratulations. I don't know why you're still around. It's been 3 holidays now, and you should know that nothing happens on the last day. But yeah, I am going to go look for a nice hunk of meat, as you always do when you come back from holidays, because you just can't find stuff like that anywhere else in the world. Until the next one, which I have no idea where it'll be, I will see you later.